I'll be explaining the relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are words that refer to other parts of the sentence. Relative pronouns are used at the beginning of a relative clause and often refer to a preceding noun. There are three different pronouns: who, which, and that. First off, who. Who is the most common pronoun, but also the most in-depth one. His main form is who and refers to a subject. The second form of who is whose, and this word refers to a possession of someone. Last is the form to whom. You use to whom when you are giving something or something is meant for someone. The indirect object form is easier and it's just whom without to. Whom is a very formal form of who, and that's why you probably won't see it in normal texts. Which. Which is used for things and animals. The standard form is just a reference to a thing or animal. If the animal is your pet, you can also use who instead of which. Which can also refer to a preceding clause, which is similar to what in Dutch. That is the last form. This form can only be used in a restrictive clause, which means he can't be left out. In the example you see, you can't leave out the part that says that grow in the desert, because if you would leave this out, this sentence would be ridiculous and would make no sense.
This video is about modals. First of all, what are modals? We use modal verbs to show if we believe something is certain, probable, or possible. We also use modals to do things like talking about ability, asking permission, making requests, and offers. Modals are different from normal verbs. They don't use an S for the third person singular, and they are followed directly by the infinitive of another verb, without to. There are three different ways of showing an ability, namely by saying to be able to, could, and can. Here are some examples. In a few days, you will be able to skate again. Isn't that a relief? The second one is, you could have broken your arm if you had done that, silly. And the third one is, can you do me a favor and explain this to me? There are three different ways of showing a permission, namely by saying to be allowed to, may, and might. Here are some examples. The first one is, it's ridiculous that we are not allowed to wear pink on Wednesdays. The second one is, may I watch this amazing episode? And the third one is, she might lose her self-control. There are three different types of showing that something is certain, namely by saying to have to, must, and should. Here are some examples. The first one is, I have to go to school with my peer group. The second one is, you must pay your mortgage ahead. And the third one is, you shouldn't have stolen that shirt. You have to understand that.
In general, the subject precedes the predicator. In English, the subject and the predicator are kept together. Here are some examples. He gave her a book. What nice people they were. When, after the party was over, he left, nothing was the matter yet. The subject follows the finite verb form. This is called inversion. Inversion occurs when it is a question, like, can you distract him? Or when a sentence begins with a negative or near negative word. Never again will I be so easily deceived. Inversion also occurs in the following cases: after using neither, nor, or so, after direct quotation, or after adverbals of place. Here are some examples. I don't like tension. Neither do I. Leave me alone, said Mary. Near our house there is a pitfall. Seldom had I seen a monk. Adverbals of definite time have front or end positions. When more adverbals of definite time occur side by side, the one denoting the time unit usually comes first. Here are some examples. Yesterday I considered to watch a movie. I saw an interesting movie yesterday. We are leaving at 6 in the morning. Adverbals of place generally have end positions. To emphasize the place more, you put it in front of the sentence. The adverbals of place precedes the adverbals of time. Here are some examples. Last week I met her in the monastery. Indoors it was nice and warm. Outside it was snowing. They have lived in London for 20 years. Adverbals of indefinite time can be placed immediately before the verb, he never told me, or can be placed after the verb, she is always very helpful. Some adverbals can only be placed in one position. Never have I been to London. Adverbals of manner can be placed after the predicator and after the direct object. She left quietly. Well and badly are always placed at the end. He acted badly. A change of position can result in a difference of meaning. He invited me kindly. He kindly invited me. Only is placed immediately before the word it refers to. Otherwise, it can result in difference of meaning. Only Stefan saw the tiger. Stefan only saw the tiger. Stefan saw only the tiger. The definite article follows the word double when the meaning is twice as much. He offered me double the amount. The definite article follows the word half when the meaning is half the number, amount, size. Half the house burned down. The indefinite article follows the word half when the meaning is half the number, amount, size of. And half a mile, half a mile. The indefinite article follows an adjective that is preceded by the words so and to. Een te hete dag, too hot a day. Often the ing form precedes the noun. The crew abandoned the slowly sinking ship. But the ing form follows the noun when the ing form is accompanied by a direct object and action is expressed. Have the relatives staying abroad been informed yet? Very often the past participle precedes the noun, like a recently extended castle. But the past participle follows the noun when accompanied by more than one word. A letter written by Mary. The past participle follows the noun also with one word adverbial of place or definite, like at a meeting held yesterday. When the past participle refers to an action at a particular moment, the past participle follows the noun. Often you can add to a sentence by me, by us, etc. The mistake made by us. The books appreciated by me. But the past participle precedes the noun when it refers to a permanent state or quality. The murdered man. The defeated army.